In spring 1917, 3 years into the First World War, 17-year-old Paul Bäumer enlists inside the Imperial German Army alongside his school friends, Albert Kropp, Franz Müller and Ludwig Behm. They pay attention to a patriotic speech via faculty respectable and unknowingly acquire uniforms from infantrymen killed in a preceding battle. After they're deployed in northern France near La Malmaison, they may be befriended with the aid of Stanislaus Katczinsky, an older soldier. Their romantic view of the conflict is shattered through the realities of trench struggle on the Western Front, and Ludwig is killed by using artillery the first night. On November 7, 1918, German legitimate Matthias Erzberger, weary of mounting losses, meets with German High Command to persuade them to start armistice talks with the Allied powers. Meanwhile, Paul and Katczinsky borrow a goose from a farm to percentage with Albert, Franz, and another veteran, Jaden Stackfleet, with whom they have grown near behind the front in Champagne. Kat receives Paul to read him a letter from his wife and worries that he can't reintegrate into peacetime society. Franz spends the night with a French lady and brings Lower back her scarf as a memento. On the morning of November 9, General Friedrichs drives Erzberger and the German delegation to educate certain for the Forest of Champagne to negotiate a ceasefire. Paul and his pals pass on an assignment to discover lacking recruits sent to enhance their unit and discover that they were killed by way of gas after commencing their mask too soon. Friedrichs, who opposes the talks, orders an assault earlier than French reinforcements arrive. That nighttime, Erzberger's delegation reaches the Forest of Champagne and Paul's regiment is sent to the front to prepare to attack the French lines. On the morning of November 10, Ferdinand Foch, the Supreme Allied Commander, offers 72 hours for the Germans to accept the Allied terms, without a room for negotiation. Meanwhile, the German assault takes the French front line after hand-to-hand preventing, but is routed with the aid of a blended arms counterattack with Saint-Camand tanks, airplanes, and flamethrowers. Franz is separated from the group and Albert is killed trying to give up. Trapped in a crater in No Guy's Land with a French soldier, Paul stabs him and has to look at his slow and painful dying. Erzberger learns of Kaiser Wilhelm II's abdication and gets commands inside the nighttime from Area Marshal Paul von Hindenburg to accept the Allied phrases. Paul returns to his unit and sees them celebrating the upcoming end of the warfare. He reveals a wounded Jaden, who offers him Franz's headband. Paul and Kat bring him food, but Jaden, distraught at being crippled, kills himself. Around 5 a.m. on November 11, Erzberger's delegation signs the armistice, which is about to take effect at 11 a.m. After mastering of the armistice, Paul and Kat thieve from the farm one ultimate time. However, Kat is shot by way of the farmer's younger son and dies as Paul carries him to the hospital. Friedrichs desires to cease the battle with a German victory and orders an assault to begin at 10:45. A despondent Paul kills many French squaddies earlier than being bayoneted through the heart seconds before 11:00, whilst the preventing stops and the front falls silent. A quick time later, a newly arrived German recruit that Paul had stored inside the fighting reveals Paul's mud-caked frame and collects his dog tag and headscarf. Thank you for watching.